Arsenal told that £26 million would be enough to sign Ben White's replacement. It is believed that Sporting are keen on keeping hold of Fresneda for next season, but they would be open to selling at the right price. For now, it is believed that Arsenal won't make an approach for the 21-year-old as a bowler claim. There are two other players they are more likely to bid for. Which other right-backs are Arsenal targeting? Newcastle's Tino Livramento is definitely a player that the Premier League champions like. There are, though, some issues. The England international's injury history is very poor, but the Magpies would still demand around £60 million from potential suitors. The identity of the other right-back is currently unknown. There have been tentative links to Roma's Wesley and Atalanta's Marco Palestra, but you couldn't say that either is a concrete target at this stage. What does this mean for Ben White's future? It has been clear for quite a while that manager Mikel Arteta is willing to let the 28-year-old leave. The defender is very much below Jurrien Timber in the pecking order, and his injury record over the past 2 seasons has not been great. You do feel that any move for Livramento or Fresneda would be dependent on a beer being found for White first. The England international has 2 years remaining on the last contract he signed in March 2024, so decent funds could still be raised from his sale over the coming weeks. Everton have been mentioned as a potential destination. Ben White has had several injury problems this campaign, and Jurrien Timber is Arteta's first-choice right-back. In total, White has played in just 12 Premier League games this season and has now been ruled out for the rest of the campaign. Therefore, it is time for the Gunners to recruit another right-sided fullback. Why Arsenal could look for Ben White alternatives? A concern for Arsenal in their recent win over West Ham United was that they did not have a natural right-back to come on for White. Jurrien Timber has been out with an ankle problem, and when White got injured, Declan Rice had to fill in at right-back. Having Rice not in midfield was a huge miss for Arsenal, but Mikel Arteta rectified this when bringing on Christian Mosquera. For a team such as Arsenal, which could be in for a period of dominance both domestically and in Europe, they will need stronger options at right-back. White is now 28, and with his injury record, they will need to bring in a younger option at fullback. Arteta's transfer priorities are also bringing in another striker, winger, and central midfielder. Arsenal's success this season has been in having a solid back four. They will need to recruit a right-back who is a defender first and foremost. Not a player such as Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is defensively suspect but very good going forward. However, they will need a right-back who can step into midfield, as the likes of Rice move into more attacking positions. Arteta will still want his right-back to attack. Timber has still managed 3 goals, with 6 assists in 30 Premier League games this season. However, defending should be the priority for any Arsenal defender. White may have only made 1 assist without scoring in the league this season, but defensively, he's solid. Tino Livramento would appear to be the dream fit for Arsenal. He has proven Premier League experience, however, he has suffered multiple injuries this campaign. This has meant that he has played just 17 league games, without scoring, but has provided 1 assist. His absence this season is one of the reasons that Newcastle United have struggled. The journalist Sebastian Vidal has recently revealed that Livramento remains the main target for Arsenal over his very good season at Newcastle. A cheaper option for Arsenal would be Ivan Fresneda of Sporting CP. He's another right-back whose main focus is on defending. Fresneda has played 23 times in the league for Sporting this season, scored once, but has not provided an assist. Whilst he has played in La Liga for Real Valladolid, moving to the Premier League from Portugal for their big step up. Arsenal have seen this recently, as Victor Gyökeres has found himself to be way less prolific after making the move from Sporting to Arsenal. The Portuguese league is a feeder for Europe's top 5 divisions, so Sporting may want to cash in on Fresneda. An alternative option would be Van der Sar of AS Monaco. He would be more of an attacking option, as he can play right midfield and even as a right winger. His season with Monaco has been disrupted by injuries. This has meant that he has made just 14 League One appearances, without scoring but making 2 assists. Whilst he is only 24, he has played 148 games in total for Monaco, and represented Grêmio 59 times before that. The Brazilian international would want to test himself in the Premier League. Livramento makes the most sense from an experience level. We do not know how Fresneda or Van der Sar would be able to adapt to English soccer. Tactically, Livramento is a good fit, as he is a similar mould to White. He would be able to challenge Timber for a starting spot right away, whilst Fresneda and Van der Sar would be backups initially, as they adapt to the Premier League. Livramento is the most logical option, as he is a proven Premier League player and an England international, whilst he would be more costly than other options. If Arsenal are to keep their place at the summit of English soccer, then they need to have the division's best players. Signing Livramento from Newcastle would be a big statement that the Gunners want to continue challenging for Premier League titles.